Matter doesn't matter. How much I know doesn't matter. Shraddha is the currency in the spiritual world. You have Shraddha, you have Guru's grace. Or I'll put it this way, it is because of Guru's grace that all of us have Shraddha. You see, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. That Shraddha is the only currency you need to get whatever you want in spiritual life. And one thing which constantly motivates, inspires, and gives so much joy to me to come and talk to you all the time. It's not about matter, it is not about information, it is not about all this. It is only about the currency which you carry in loads called Shraddha. And don't think our Swamiji doesn't notice this, he notices everything. You will know personally how he is rewarding your Shraddha. And that silent rewards from a master is far more precious than even a public reward of recognition or all these. You will grow to understand all these. A silent reward of the master is something which he rewards in the heart, and that would be so precious. And most of the Mahatma says, "So hai akat kahani, Guru mile brahmajnani, hamare Guru mile brahmajnani." Kabir Das ji is singing, I somehow got a Guru who is a brahmajnani. How, what a great blessing it is. Payi amare nishani. I have attained the highest goal and I am not going to attain. The moment I got a Guru is a brahmajnani, I have attained. What else do I need from life? Payi amare nishani. In that he says, when there is Shraddha in our heart, when we are reading Bhagavatam for our Guru, when we are reading Bhagavatam for our Thakurji, he would bless us immensely. You start realizing the sweetness, maybe a flashes every now and then. And that is what is called Akat Kahani, which means stories which can never be spoken at all. Why? Because it's difficult to express. How would you explain the word love unless you feel it inside? It is merely a word. It is just a compression waves hitting your eardrum. But when you experience it, can you speak it? Anirvachaniya prema swarupa. Nirvachaniya. And that's why he uses the word akat kahani. This is a lovely story, but the language of the story can only be felt in the heart. It can't be spoken through the words. You see, that is the silent reward Guruji will give each of you. Remember this. And of course, external rewards also let us enjoy. But the most precious are the silent rewards, which only you will know. Even your parents won't know. Even your siblings won't know. That silent reward which is given to you in form of that sudden burst of love or sudden burst of joy or the sudden melting of the heart when we read Bhagavatam, etc. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't need to tell anybody. You should not also tell anybody. They understand that to be a silent reward from the master because he silently sees everything. He is that consciousness which is in you, outside of us, everywhere. And that's the wonderful reward of Shraddha. And that's what attracts divinity to all of you here. Because of the Shraddha you have. Come what may, I shall read so many slokas of Bhagavatam daily. And I won't find excuses saying, even 5 minutes na, or 10 minutes. But when you do it repeatedly, daily, Bhagavan notices. And one day, even if you have to miss it, you will find miraculously the doors which are obstacles will be shut. And the doors which actually help you to finish off these daily routines will be open for you. And that's when you will realize that grace is taken over me, at least for this wonderful activity. And Guru's grace is protecting me to make sure that I don't fail in my Shraddha. And that's the beauty of this path of bhakti, which we are all traveling. And continue this wonderful path of reading Bhagavatam, chanting the divine name. Whenever possible, listen to our Swamiji's lectures, etc. Whenever you feel a little bored, sit down and imagine. You all know what is there in the first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Sit down. Imagine Janmadhyasya yato anvayat itaratascha. That's a very difficult sloka. Forget it. Naimishe nimisha kshetre rishaya shaunakadaya. Wonderful dense forest. Imagine. All the rishis are sitting, and they just started pouring the oblations. When this Suta Pauranika came, immediately all these rishis with the long beard, etc., eyes shining like thousand suns, they immediately rise up to call this Pauranika, gave him a seat, and everybody prostrates to the Pauranika. And the Pauranika prostrates back to them. They pose 6 questions. Imagine that, no? This is what is bhakti. This is what leads us to bhakti. How can anybody be ever bored in our life when we have so much to actually explore inside and outside? That is the gift. That is the treasure. That's our family heirloom given by our Guru Maharaj. And he has bestowed us so that we can all enjoy it. We have about 800 Madhura Geetams to relish. Never waste even a moment, because the moment is very precious. So let's fill the moment with either things which has to do with our livelihood, which is our academics or work, or enhancing our knowledge in our chosen field of work, whether it's sociology or medicine or engineering or architecture, whatever, arts, etc. Or let us spend the time enhancing our skills and enhancing our experiences of life. Livelihood is academics and all that stuff. Life is Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Madhura Gita, Mahamantra. So once we do like that, we will be living a life which is certainly apart from the rest of the noise. Nothing to compare, but I'm just saying, and it will make us feel happy that I'm doing a good job of leading my life. I know what I'm doing. And whatever needs to be added on to us would be almost miraculously be added upon us. And whatever needs to get away from us would slip out when we are clear about the purpose, and with Shraddha we walk. Rest is all taken care by grace. That's what is called grace, by the way. And so that's the fortune we are all relishing. That's the fortune we have all been bestowed with. May our beloved Guru Maharaj bestow us with more and more such fortune. And we'll all chant for about 1 minute, and we'll conclude. Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Sadguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe.